Church, it's good to be with you to bring you a daily hope from my office here at Nations headquarters. It's a little bit boomy because it's pretty empty right now. We're in Zechariah chapter 7, and it's a fitting text for us to wrestle with because we as a culture are in the middle of a season of feasting. We just had Thanksgiving, we got the World Cup going on, we got Advent, we got Christmas, we got New Year's Eve. So the opportunities for you and for I to justify indulging our appetites in all sorts of ways, they abound. So the prophet starts out early on in verse 7, God, through the prophet, by asking a really incisive question that I think is worth us considering during seasons like this, which is, hey, the feasting or the fasting that you do, what's really going on there? Is it really about me? If you're fasting, are you really taking a step back, quieting yourself, controlling your appetites and your passions so that you can seek God's face and to hear from him more clearly? If you're feasting, are you doing it generously, inviting people to your table who otherwise perhaps wouldn't have a table to feast at? Are you honoring him with your generosity? Or is it really about us? Is it about indulging our own spiritual or other carnal appetites? Well, Scripture and this text, verse 7, as well as that famous chapter 58 in Isaiah, we get a picture of God's concern that is deeper than fasting. Because fasting can be a superficial thing. What God seems more concerned about is a consistent lifestyle that prioritizes some things that during this holiday season in our consumer culture aren't usually given priority. What is that? Well, in verse 9, it says, hey, instead of fasting, administer true justice. Show mercy and compassion to one another. Do not oppress the widow, the fatherless, the foreigner, or the poor. Do not plot evil against one another. During the holiday season, can we be people of peace? Can we be people of sacrificial generosity rather than enormous consumption? Let these questions settle in your heart today. Don't be driven by shame or guilt. There's no need for shame or guilt. New Testament, we're invited to be joyful givers. Why? Because we are modeling our lives, our appetites, our passions, our desires, and our values off of the God of abundance, of sacrificial generosity. So we can do that with joy. Because like Christ, for the joy set before him, he endured the cross. Well, what might it look like this holiday season for us to restrain some of our appetites, to be mindful of God and of the needy in our midst, and to move out to them with the hands of love and a heart that's intent on blessing and including them in the life of abundance that God has invited us into? Church, be blessed this holiday season as you celebrate with friends and family and as you seek to demonstrate God's love to a culture that can be really busy and distracted during this season. Much love.